We currently have an S3 bucket and it is serving our static website files, and but our URL, it's not pretty, and I mean using a CDN, CloudFront will not help it, but it's also like it's not a secure because we are using HTTP protocol here. So I want to use CloudFront for two purposes mainly. And first is like to increase the performance of my website access, because S3 is a little bit slow. So Amazon, it's serving CDN service, which means a content delivery network, so that they use some edge locations and then they take the data from your S3 or like regional S3 bucket and they cache it in other locations around the globe, so that the people, for example, someone like accessing my website from Japan will just like access it easier. I think this is actually like North Korea here, but I'm not sure. So whatever, and that's what like CDN helps you your website to be loading to the client side faster. This is like the first purpose, and then the second one is like I will also redirect my HTTP request to HTTPS so that my website traffic will be encrypted. So what we should do is like we should just like head to the CloudFront on the console, and I need to create a distribution here. So it says like create a CloudFront distribution, and here you can see more information about the free tiers. So it says like 1 terabyte of data transfer out, it's like free, and it's every month. So 10 million HTTP or HTTPS requests. So we are quite safe here while we are working with this. And under this form, I should just like choose origin, and you should see something similar that your Amazon S3 bucket, you should choose it. And then you just enter the origin path, and or I'll just like leave it. This is an optional thing. So our origin access will be public, and as I said earlier, so we should redirect our HTTP to HTTPS. So our website currently doesn't do any put, post, or like delete requests, so that, and we have only one API and it's a get, so I don't think anybody will need to use the options to get all the like list of the API calls that we are offering through our backend. That's not necessary. So get head, it's good enough for us. And then for the price class, I need to head to the before the price class. So there is also like this web application firewall. I think I don't really need this. So it says that select this option if your application does not need security protections. So we think it's just okay because we don't have any sensitive data on our website. And here, like this price class is a critical thing. I mean, as I said, like our website will not be popular, but if you have any plans to make it popular, and for this purpose also like using only like North America and Europe, like I will only use like the CDNs here and here. So that's it. I mean, I don't care like someone accessing my website from Australia or South America. So no offense, but just that's not the purpose for me. And if you live there and if you're watching this video, I recommend you to pick the part which is close to you for testing. So I think that's enough for us to create our or we need to also like give a default root object. I think we can just like write here index.html so that people access our website through it. I just hit create distribution. So it may take a few seconds, because what CloudFront is doing is it's like taking my files, those 4 files from my S3 bucket, and it's also like distributing them to all these edge locations, so that when someone from New York, they just like want to access my website, it will access the cache files from this CDN location, like edge location that's closer to them in North America. So it's now deploying, but I also want to do some other thing, meanwhile this is like working, so we can start Safari. I realized there is a bug in our front-end application. So if you start with, I mean, it works okay in Chrome, but if I use it on Safari, which is the new Internet Explorer, so you see that there is invalidate here, and I think that will also happen with you, but this is also like something that we forgot. So I also want to use this opportunity like to do something extra. And I know this reason. The reason for this is that we had created a helper function here, which is using the date string. So I can just like console log this. So Chrome is somehow, it's fixing this error. And but Safari is not doing that. So as you see, like Chrome is parsing this date string, but Safari says no, I cannot do it. So you know that every browser, every company, they are writing the JavaScript standards on their own browser, the way that they do it. So therefore there are like these cross-browser problems. So what we will do is like we will just like change the format with a local function that I will just create here, and I will use it so that it works for everybody. So I call it date string to ISO, and I will again take exactly the same like signature. Rest of it will be the same. So it will also return a string. And what I want to do here is, okay, I will use this function here before I send it to the date object. So what we should do is like we should just do something very similar, very simple. It's a one-line function. So I will get this date string, and I will replace like the space there with T, capital T. And also I will also replace the dot there. So this is a very specific thing I'm doing here, but all the dots actually with a regular expression. So with a dash. So here I will be like replacing this with T, and these dots will be like dash, and it will be like a sort of ISO format, so that Safari is also like supporting. And now we can check it. So now it's working under Safari. So this is good. So what I should do is I should just like build it again, right? But I of course remove this one. So oops, okay, first let me remove all the files and folders under dist with this command on Mac. So if you're using Windows, you can just also do it like with right click. So what we do is like we just use npm run build. So now I have like the new version of my application with a bug fix. It's also ready, but let's keep it here for a second. Maybe our CDN is ready right now. I will just refresh the page. I think it's ready. So we have this distribution here, it's enabled, and it's last modified date is here. Now it's not deploying anything. So now we still have, as I said, like we still have an ugly URL here, but now we are serving it from CloudFront. So that's it. So now it's serving the cache content through this HTTPS page. So you see that now we are using HTTP protocol. So if I try to access it with HTTP, it will still redirect it to HTTPS. It's good, but as you remember, so this has a bug on Safari, also on mobile. It will not work. So let's fix this, and then we will just do exactly the same thing like we did. I will head to my S3 bucket, open a new tab, and then table buckets. Okay, where is my bucket? It's general purpose bucket, right? So first of all, I should just delete all these files because now they are outdated. So right here, permanently delete. So now they're all deleted, and close it. So now I will upload these new build files again. So I go here, and I'm doing exactly the same thing that I did earlier, but now I have the new version of my application. So I upload it. I don't need to do many changes on bucket policy or permissions because it's already done. So now we have the new version, and under properties I can use this S3 access with the HTTP protocol. So let's go to Safari. Okay. Now as you see, it's fixed. So that's great. But my CloudFront release, is it also updated? No. Why? Because we are using edge locations here, and my edge location objects, they are not, it's using a cache, and this cache, it's not been updated yet. So if you, for example, you have a hotfix and you should just like release this fix as soon as possible. So what you should do is if you are using CloudFront, so you should invalidate the cache, so that CloudFront will go back to your S3 bucket, and it will collect those new S3 objects, which are like my website build bundle files. So what we should do is here, like we click create invalidation, and then we enter the path. So I believe I should be like writing down here like exactly the same thing that's under like my assets. So I should change that index.html and add each part to remove and blah blah. I'm just not sure how to write this. So like this, I think, yes. So we do it like assets, and I can use wildcard here. So you just say create invalidation, successfully create invalidation. Now it is now invalidating the cache in all these edge locations, and uploading the new files for index.html and under the files under assets. So let's go back, and it didn't work yet because it takes some time, but maybe it's ready now. Yes, now it worked. So now we also managed to, by using like CloudFront, we managed to also invalidate our cache. So I believe I will not be implementing more, and this is the end of the implementation part.